So we have the next match going up. Rin with Shadow Paladins going up against the Pale Moon Circus. And Rin starts off asking if double mulligan is allowed. She didn't know about that the last match for the last game.
Yeah.
Partially because I forgot to tell her and she misrode and lost because of misride.
God damn!
She doesn't have a grade 2. Now she has a grade 2. I just looked at that. I'm like, she doesn't have a grade 2. Now she has a grade 2.
Drive check grade 2.
Unless she does bullshit. She might just be trying to be aggressive as fuck to get rid of the hand and end this as quickly as possible. Which I wouldn't blame her for it, actually. That's a no-hit.
You know what I actually want to come back? I want them to get a have a revival legion for the blood or just Dragonic Kaiser Vermilion. I really do.
Well, Narukami has been confirmed for GBT2. So they're probably gonna give them their revival legion in that.
I honestly really want it to be Vermilion.
I think it would be Vermilion, except for one problem, because I actually have been thinking about this.
What?
Vermilion died. So they need a literal revival. Like an actual lore method of how he came back to life. Then
Time displacement, because that's what happened with the end.
well, that's what happened with the end, and that's what happened with the fuck is that other thing? Stride in general. That's
Yeah.
stride in general is time displacement. So you know what? It's not impossible. Anything is fair game. I will say though, I think that Vermilion is the most deserving of a revival legion based on what the revival legion is supposed to be.
Yeah. Yeah, I really, 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 really want a Vermilion one. Okay, so Asuka just did some tech shit that's really fucked up. Using that rear guard skill, she sent Lukier on the field into the soul to get the cross ride status.
Yeah, so that she has the defense of being a 13k and double heal trigger.
Whoa! I'm scared. Asuka, stop it. Asuka, stop it.
And Rin
Stop
had to take
it.
that, and she can counterblast, put and get something else out of the soul and get another attack.
And attack that Dorian. Poor Dorian. Nobody loves him.
And then she goes right back afterwards.
Yeah.
Like, hey guys, I'm just gonna go now.
Alright. Well, she's in a
She
pretty
can't Legion
predicament.
because she couldn't guard most of those attacks. But
Yeah.
Asuka knows as well as anyone that if that hits,
It's
that
gonna be a
she gets
problem. Hey,
pluses.
look, a heal.
Oh, heal trigger, that benefits. Also, she can Legion next turn even if she doesn't guard anything.
Yeah.
Not to mention, Luke Beer can't hit on her own. No triggers.
Damage a crit.
Damage triggers.
Bet 9k, put Blaster Dark Abyss into the drop zone. Actually, I would have kept that in hand just to call it a counterblast to kill off Emil.
Yeah. Because Emil needs to go. But she might
Yeah.
be low on Blaster Darks in deck at this point. That or she has another idea. But yeah, Emil needs to go. And Rin may have lost her one chance of getting rid of it.
Yeah. Unless she calls another Abyss from hand, but she's got 2 out of deck at the moment. At least 2.
2 not counting
Attack.
hand. Attack the rear
Yeah.
for a reason.
Well, I mean, that's an 11k versus, that's a 13k Vanguard.
Okay, I
That
know
perfect
what
guard.
Rin was trying to do, and that was a gamble. That was a big fucking gamble.
Yeah.
She wanted to see if Asuka would let that hit.
Yeah. Masquerade.
And critical.
Critical.
Crit to Vanguard. In that situation, I might
Boom.
have crit to rear.
Yeah.
By the way, she says she
Both
had a
of
copy. She had one copy of each. They're both in damage now.
yeah. I just noticed that. That's kind of funny.
It's kind of fucked up. But she, well, even if she heals him, it doesn't mean anything. She'd have to
Yeah.
find a way to get that Legion from damage to the hand, and only Angel Feathers do that.
Yeah, pretty much. Okay. So depending on the situation and what happens, Rin might win. It really just depends on whether or not Asuka attacks the Vanguard with that rear guard.
She's not going to. She wouldn't risk it. Actually, it
I
wouldn't
think
be a
she's.
risk at this point. She's counting the Phantom Blaster Abyss.
Oh well, well Rin drive checked one. I'd actually yep.
And I guess she realized that Rin drove check one and just said, you know what? No.
No
No.
no no no
We're
no.
not doing that.
Oh hey look a Dark Dictator. Oh hey look a Masquerade.
Dark Dictator can't be retired for Phantom Blaster Abyss's skill. At the same time, this deck is done right. It doesn't need to be.
Hey look another Dark Dictator.
This is actually becoming a problem because now she's getting too many grade 3s in hand.
Yeah.
So Asuka is about to get a full field without using any hand.
Oh
Because
yeah.
Venus does that.
Because Venus is a pain in the ass.
Which means all of the advantage that Rin had is gone now. Also, the fact that Emil wasn't killed earlier is about to bite her in the ass.
Mm-hmm.
I can only assume Asuka's gonna
And
attack with the
shit.
Vanguard first, and what Rin does will decide the game. Because if Rin
Mm-hmm.
decides to no guard it, then Asuka will probably critical. But at the same time, if she
Yeah.
does guard it, then then Asuka's probably gonna start attacking rear, so that second counter blast doesn't come up.
Yeah.
So
By the
literally,
way,
the only way that Rin can try to end it in the next turn is by no guarding the Vanguard.
yeah. No guarding the Vanguard and re-legioning, but that's one in
That's
a
on the
million.
basis of if she doesn't crit.
Yeah.
Then again, it's 4-4. Rin does have two chances to heal if it comes to that. And first attack
Guard it.
is no, don't guard it,
Oh, right. Dirt.
because that just made things a hell of a lot easier for Rin.
I don't I don't know about that. That upright lion. I would have discarded Dark Dictator in that situation. Oh,
She
okay.
did. She technically did.
Oh, hey, look, there's the crit.
So yeah, Asuka actually made it very. I want to say she made it easy for Rin to deal with that, but at the same time she didn't, because if it wasn't for her having two perfect guards at hand at that time, Rin would have been in deep shit from that.
Yeah. Well, going in.
No choice.
Yeah. No turning back now.
The biggest problem with this though is that Asuka has a 13k Vanguard,
Yeah.
which means
So the
even
rear guards
though
are five.
yeah, the rear guards are 5k guard, and even though the Legion hits for 22k, that doesn't force out as much guard as it usually does. So it starts
Yeah.
by upright needs to die. Not a bad plan.
Not a bad
Asuka
plan at
no
all.
guards.
Uh
A crit could end this.
oh. Very well. Quintet wall. Completely useless now.
Yeah. And I think Rin is gonna think about whether or not she wants to actually do the restand. Because she can't hit. She would only be doing it to drive check triggers for the rear guard. And that quintet wall literally means she might need that 5k to guard. But because she dropped two 10k shields, she's put herself into a situation where she can't not do it. It's the only doing the skill is the only chance she has of regaining some hand. Because if she doesn't do it, she has no chance of winning this turn or guarding.
Yeah. In complete honesty, it would be a waste not to do the restand because it's a one turn thing.
I wouldn't even go as far as to say because it's a one turn thing. It would be more of a waste because she dropped so much hand to make it happen.
For so little gain.
No, for no gain is the problem.
Mm,
So she has
yeah.
to. So right now she's even thinking, should she keep the counter blast to Quintet or should she do Abyss's skill? And now she's just decided I'm gonna Abyss skill.
Yeah, it's
If she
actually
gets
what
a
I
heal
would.
trigger though, it'll benefit her a lot. That's a
Oh yeah.
one pass and that's a two pass. So if Rin double triggers, she could end it here,
Mm-hmm.
and she won't be
Mana
doing that. But a
draw.
draw trigger.
So, well,
Hopefully she drew a perfect guard with that.
she used up 2 last turn.
Well, she could have three in one quintet. That's possible.
Yeah, no, I know. That's how I used to run it.
I almost want to say that this deck doesn't need quintets, but
You'd be wrong.
I do know that she kind of puts a lot into the
Uh-oh.
the Blaster Dark Revenger unflip. But in
Mm-hmm.
cases like this, you really start to see how late game those quintets can actually hurt.
Wait.
What is she putting soul from that? A grade 3 and a
It's not
grade
that.
1.
It's not that. Did she counterblast Barking Sky Tiger for Venus
Did she Venus this turn?
last turn?
Um,
Like I didn't even see it flip or not. Like I'm just double checking.
I
Oh no, I
think
think
she
she
counterblast for
counterblasted.
something else. Rin needs a heal to live, and she didn't get it. That crit would have been great last turn, though. Good game. On to the next game, and we also need to check something about why that unit was flipped, because I think most of
I
the
think I know exactly what it was flipped for. The grade 1 behind the right rear guard, the left rear guard.
okay, yeah. Wait, did that ever hit after that was put into the?
Yeah, no, that one hit. That actually hit.
Okay.
I saw it hit.
No, I meant after the grade 2 was put into the.
Yeah, she was at 4 damage.
Okay. All right, moving on
She
to the
had
next game.
she actually had 3 flip unflip damage and it actually hit. Dude.